Hello folks, my name is Scott Grove. I'm here to share with you some guitars, do a little review on some that I have acquired over the years. I've done these reviews on these guitars before, but since then I've gathered a few more. I have 7 of these Gibson S-1s. Okay, what these are, they were actually originally made, the only run was made from 1975 until 1979. Okay, this one here is a 1975. Okay, these were not available to the public until 1976. The things that's special about the 75s, couple things that went wacky. 75, they were only year they were available and only made in alder wood. Okay, so it's alder, no other kind of wood was used. Okay, what you have are the Bill Lawrence single coil pickups. Okay, and your 4-way switch here, what this does, position number 1 gives you the bridge in the middle in a humbucking mode. So these were like dead quiet, but way before the Fender noiseless or before the Lace came along, so they were in humbucking mode but sounded completely single coil. So Gibson beat everybody to the punch. Well, Bill Lawrence did. Okay, in position number 2, that would actually, or I'm doing it backwards, so position number 1 would give you that position I was just talking about. If you go to position number 2, that gives you the middle and the neck in the same configuration in the humbucking or hum canceling mode. Position number 3 gives you all 3 pickups on, and it was what was called a buck and a half. So it was still quiet, and this is just like the G3, the Grabber 3 bass. Okay, they did the same thing with it, with the 3 single coils. Okay, now the weird one was position 4 comes back here again and actually gives you these 2 together in and out of phase. So a really funky thing. This switch only is a 2-way. It is not a 3-way like on a Les Paul. It's 2-way, just down, which turns on the bridge pickup only. No matter what you have set here, okay, you could be on any position here. Don't matter. If you flick it down, it goes straight to only the bridge pickup. Back in the middle has whatever you have here. Master volume, master tone, and of course your what everybody always hates is but they did it back in these days, the jack mounted right there. You have your Flying V headstock. Okay, so this and the Marauder were the only other guitars to use the Flying V headstocks, except for the Flying Vs, of course. You've got one behind me on the V2. On the back, now here's the one weird thing. I've got a couple this way. This here is actually, you can look it up if you would like, but this here is actually a 1967 serial number. And I have another 75 that has a 1968 serial number. So they're just as bad as Fender is when it comes to their serial numbers. Okay, so there you go. They were made in alder in 1975, but not available to the public until 76. In 76, through the remainder of the time through 79, they were available only in your choice of maple or mahogany. The alder was gone. Okay, and in 1978 and 79, the pickups remained the same, but they changed color, and I will show you that. I'll grab my 78, which would be this one. So there, the pickups are in black now. Everything else remains the same, but you will see the markings almost have changed, but what they do is allow for the rhythm pickup in the 4 position, or your neck pickup, to come on when it's in the 4 position. Otherwise, everything else is the same. You can almost read here, and they, instead of going 1, 2, 3, 4, they try to do front, center, and back, blah blah blah, and do it with initials instead. But, and there's the original keys. Everything here is 100% stock. Again, this is a 78. Okay, so 78 and 79 went on to use the same pickups, but with just a black pickup cover. Okay, instead of the epoxy dipped that you saw before on the 75. Here are a couple more just to show you. Let's see, we are looking at another 75 here. Okay, check that puppy out. Again, with a serial number from back in the 60s. Here's a 76. Okay, at this point they started using these stickers, and 76, 77 with the serial numbers on them. 76 there, the 00 will tell you it's a 76. So there's those. This one's been around the block. Again, keys have been changed over to Grover's here. Got the original keys here. Just cool guitars. Show you a couple more just for fun, then we'll actually hear something. See, here we have a 77 and a 76. Here's a 76 black with rosewood. So 76 there. Very cool. I love these black ones. 77 black with maple fingerboard. Okay, you'll notice they did swap out keys at this point. Went with the tulip keys, and then somebody swapped out for Grover's on this one. But here on the 77 they did go to the tulips. Okay, let's get on to some sounds. I'm going to whip out another 75, which has a 68 serial number, which is the Sunburst. Okay, I love this one. 75 with a 1968 serial number. Why? Who knows? These keys here are not original. Somebody changed them out for the tulip style, but they are not even a Gibson brand. They are just some kind of Clusen deals. So it's the only thing unoriginal on here. Again, everything else is the same, so I'll be trying to find the original keys. I like to bring it back up to original. But just a cool guitar. Now it's the only Sunburst one I have, so as many of these as I can find, I pick them up. Why isn't one enough? For some reason not with these, because these are just as cool as Gibson gets in my particular book. If anybody knows me out there, I'm a freak, number one. Number two, I'm just a freak for the wild, wacky, and weird guitars, especially when it comes to single coil Gibson guitars. I am a single coil nut. Okay, so let me be my own camera guy here. Okay, we're going to go straight with the let's go position number one. So you're going to have your bridge and your middle single coils in your hum canceling mode. Okay, so you have, let me go to a regular sound here. Okay. Position number two, which is going to be the neck in the middle, same. Okay, position number three, your buck and a half, as we talked about, which is all three pickups on. Anybody ever wondered? I know Fender has made versions where you can get all three on. Gibson did it first. Go figure. So you got tons of bottom, tons of middle, tons of highs. That is as balanced a sound as you're going to get. That is almost fat enough to satisfy a lot of humbucker guys out there. Because this is just full. Covers the full spectrum of the guitar. You're covering, you know, the whole playing area. Again, number four, funky, This is where funk was big at the time. Get the funk out. We're going back to 1 and 2. Okay, so your bridge in your middle, but they're going out of phase. Okay, which gives you the funk sound, you know, which was cool with. You wonder how they got those sounds back then? It was out of phase. So if you're a funk player, the Gibson S-1 is your guitar, because you can play, I mean, all the best sounds are built in this guitar. They're all here. Okay, so you're not sacrificing anything. You can almost get your total humbucking sound by having all three on. It goes there, and I'll go there in just a couple seconds with some distortion. You got all your Strat sounds, your Tele-ish sounds, your all kinds of things going on here, and then this totally funky thing, especially if you're. Okay, so you got all that going on. Again, say we're back here just in a nice pleasing. Put it back in 1 and 2 position here. And you want to go right to just your bridge. Remember, we have our super switch right here. It goes right to the bridge. This is Casey Kasem. So now we are right to just the flat out bridge. Okay, so you get that idea, and then from that, you're right back here, back to your 4-way. Okay, so how does she sound opened up on some distortion? Okay, I'll just keep it right there, just on these 2 pickups for now. Straight, regular distortion, no other effects except for a little reverb. Okay. So there you got your typical distortion. If you were wanting to go back to just the cool bluesy tones. I'll go to this position. The 1.5, all 3 pickups. Okay, so it's got like a really groovy tone there, man. That is just as cool as it flipping gets. That is just sweet. So there you go, all the fun little tones. Also the other wacky stuff at you. Hell. You gotta love the Johnson Millennium amps. Okay, so it's all the tones you could possibly imagine. Okay, so there you go. The Gibson S-1. They are just the coolest guitar I have ever found as far as stock guitars go, and vintage-esque, being from the Norland years of the the 70s. So again, 1975 right here, released to the public in 76. They ran through 79, where they met their demise. Okay, and then some funkier things came along. You want to see all the funky ones? Just go through all of my YouTube channels. You'll find some funky ass guitars, some funky ass stuff from me, because I'm a funky ass dude. I'm a crazy son bitch. I know some of you hate me out there, which is fine. The people who like the reviews, hey, glad to have you aboard. Okay? I know I'm a hard pill to swallow. That's what she said. Hey, I'm telling you. Okay, so there you go. Love them or hate them, don't matter. If you hate them, sell them to me. Okay? So like me just long enough to say, hey Scott, give me all your flipping money. I've got an S-1. And I'll come get it. Okay? So there you go. Fun, fun, fun till Daddy takes the T-bird away. Look at that beautiful finish. By God. I'm out of here. Take care.